Hi everyone, this is your math guru. In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve the following equations with rational exponents. In the first example, we have x plus 7x to the power of 1 over 2 minus 18 equals to 0. In order to factorize my left-hand side, I will need factors of x and also factors of negative 18 that if I multiply together will give me negative 18, but if I add together will give me the coefficient of x to the power of 1 over 2. So using the laws of exponents that states that if I have a to the power of x times a to the power of y, because the base are the same, this will be a to the power of x plus y. So in order to split up x as an invisible one, so that's raised to the power of 1, splitting that up, it's going to be x to the power of 1 over 2 times x to the power of 1 over 2. Why? Because 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 will give me 1. So therefore, factorizing my left-hand side, I have my 2 bracket as shown. I have the first bracket, x to the power of 1 over 2, multiplying x to the power of 1 over 2 will give me the first term. And then factors of 18, that will give me positive 7, will be plus 9 and negative 2. So therefore, to solve, I have x 1 over 2 plus 9 equals to 0, or x 1 over 2 minus 2 equals to 0. I'm equating the two brackets to 0. I have x 1 over 2 equals to negative 9, moving my 9 to the right hand side. But you can see that no matter the value of x, I would not have a negative answer. So therefore, this is no solution. I can have a negative answer to that. So I'm going to say this is no solution. But on the second part, I have x 1 over 2 minus 2 equals 0. I have x equals, I still have my 1 over 2, positive 2. And in order to find my x, I'm going to square both sides using the laws of exponents that says power to power, you multiply the powers. So that will be 1 over 2 times 2 is 1. So therefore, x equals 4. In the second example, I have 12 times v to the power of 1 over 6 minus 6v equals to 0. Because I have two terms on my left-hand side, what I'm going to do to factorize is to look for my highest common factor. So highest common factor, I can start by splitting this up. This 12 is 6 times 2, so I have 6.2 v to the power of 1 over 2, or 1 over 6, I'm going to correct that, minus, then I have on second term, 6 times, I'm going to split up my v, because the lowest exponent here, which will be the highest common factor, will have a power of 1 over 6. So if I split up this v, it will be v 1 over 6 times v 5 over 6 equals to 0. Why? If I add 1 over 6 plus 5 over 6, that will be 6 over 6, which is 1. So therefore, I can easily pick out my common factor. Common factor here will be 6v to the power of 1 over 6, and that is common to both terms. So I'm going to factor out 6v 1 over 6. I'm left with, on my left-hand side, 2 minus, on my right-hand side, v to the power of 5 over 6, close bracket, equals to 0. So what I'm going to do now is to equate both terms to 0. That is, I have 6v 1 over 6 equals to 0, or I have 2 minus v 5 over 6 equals to 0. For the left-hand side, I can only have v as 0. So I have v dividing both sides by 6. v1 over 6 equals to 0. Therefore, the value of v, if I raise both sides to the power of 6 in order to cancel my 1 over 6 exponent, then I have therefore v equals to 0. On my right hand side, I'm going to say, moving my v, negative v 5 over 6, it's going to be v, positive v 5 over 6 equals to 2. And then I'm going to raise both sides to the inverse of 5 over 6 in order to cancel that, and that will be 6 over 5. Or whatever you do on your left, you do on your right. So therefore, 5 over 6 times 6 over 5, that's 1. So I have v equals 2 to the power of 6 over 5. And note that when you have rational exponent, what the denominator will be your root, and then the numerator will be your power. So I can rewrite this as root to 5 of the fifth root of 2 to the power of 6. Or I can simplify further. The fifth root, 2 to the power of 6 will give me 64. So that's the second value for v. In the last example, I have for c, x to the power of 1 over 3 minus 10x to the power of 1 over 6 plus 16 equals to 0. What I'm going to do is to factor my left-hand side. And to factor my left-hand side, I'm going to apply the same method I did in the first example. Factors of x to the power of 1 over 3, and then factors of 16, that will give me negative 10. So if I factorize, I have my 2 bracket as shown equals 0. I have x to the power of 1 over 6. Multiplying x to the power of 1 over 6 will give me x to the power of 1 over 3, because 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6, laws of exponents, will give me 1 over 3. And then factors of 16, that will give me negative 10, will be minus 8 minus 2. So therefore, I have on the left hand side x1 over 6 minus 8 equals to 0, or x to the power of 1 over 6 minus 2 equals to 0. I'm going to solve both sides. I have x to the power of 1 over 6 equals 8. I'm moving my 8 to the right hand side. Therefore, to find x, I'm going to raise both sides to the power of 6, which is the inverse of 1 over 6. Therefore, my x equals 8 to the power of 6, or if I want to write it in full, that's 262,144. On the right hand side, I have x to the power of 1 over 6 equals, I move my 2 to the right hand side. Then I do the same by raising both sides to the power of 6, which is the inverse of 1 over 6. I have, therefore, my x equals 2 to the power of 6, or 64. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click on the like and subscribe button below for more easy to understand math concept. Bye.